This quick tutorial will walk you through creating a Google form to keep track of RTI students. First, export a list of students either from a gradebook or from Eduphoria. Then copy the TEKS that you are working on that week or grading period, depending on how you want to keep your records. This one has TEKS for a small grading period. Starting a new form is self-explanatory. Click the plus to start a new form. Give your form a title. I will title mine RTI First Period. Then choose the type of information you will include. I would like to add the date, so I will choose date and make the question required. I will then add another question. Now I will add a drop-down question and fill in my TEKS. I can simply go back to the Excel spreadsheet, copy my TEKS, Control-C, come back to the drop-down and simply paste, and it will put all my TEKS in. I've had a few problems with it putting in extra information, so there are my TEKS. I make this question required, and I add another question. Now I would like to add a multiple choice grid. And I will fill this in accordingly. You may use as many or as few columns as you like. I've decided to title my columns Doing Well, Average, Doing Poorly. It's very limited, but I'm going to go back to Excel, copy my list of students, Control-C, simply come back here and put Control-V. Now all of my students are in here. I'm going to require one response per row, and Google automatically saves my form. I'm going to preview my form. Here's my date. I will choose the TEK that I'm working on, and then I will say that Lisa's doing well, Annette's only average, Colin and Rob are both doing poorly, Elizabeth average, Sia average, Carol and Jenny are both doing well, and then Brianna and Roberto are not doing well. So I submit. My responses. And I have left one blank. There it is. And I submit my responses. Now, back on my form, I can now see my responses. I can look at not just a summary if I want to look at see how all my RTI students are doing, but I can look at the individual and I can see that Colin's doing poorly, Robert's doing poorly, and Roberto's doing poorly. That gives me more information on each of my students that I could take to an RTI meeting.